Hello, everyone. Should writers be social outcasts? Now, that sounds like an odd question, but some people have this idea that a writer should be someone who is a social outcast, that they should have an eccentric personality, that they should not post a lot online because that takes away from a mystique. And I don't really believe that myself. And I also think it's just a mischaracterization. Yeah, you do have certain writers or artists who were somewhat loners, like a Van Gogh. Even though Van Gogh was an artist, not a writer, but you have certain people like that. And I hesitate to say Edgar Allan Poe because Poe was someone who actually did quite a lot of lecturing. He was not, contrary to popular perception, an isolated loner per se. He had a lot of problems in his personal life. But I think this is just a misconception. Like, for example, not Poe, Dickens, Charles Dickens, what made himself very accessible to the public. He was more accessible to the public. He was he was as accessible to the public as he was capable of being in the 19th century. He gave lecture tours constantly. He answered letters. In fact, towards the end of his life, he was lecturing more than he was writing. I'm actually thoroughly convinced until he had to stop because of his heart condition, and then he started writing The Mystery of Edwin Drood, which of course he didn't finish because he died. But I'm thoroughly convinced that if Charles Dickens were around today, he would have a social media account. Now, if someone like Tolkien probably wouldn't because he had a dislike for technology. But I think that writers especially writers who were forward thinking, who liked lecturing, I think they would be right at home in this environment. So this idea of all writers being like social loners, is a stereotype that just doesn't ring true. Of course, I like my privacy while I'm writing and stuff, but I don't feel uncomfortable promoting or interacting with people um, afterwards after I'm finished writing. So no, that this idea that that all writers have to be social loners is frankly, it's really more of a perception of people who don't write. It's not really accurate among people who write, or at least it hasn't been in my experience.